in Kenya, Mr. Ruto shifted his political options to the opposition party, where he joined hands with many leaders who he had helped oppress. Men like Mr. Raila Odinga, who was detained without due process, and the late Dr. Wangari Maathai, whose environmental protection movement gained her the wrath of the executive. Once the Moi regime was replaced by President Mwai Kibaki, William Ruto lobbied and won the prestigious seat of Minister of Agriculture. In 2004, it was revealed that as minister, Mr. Ruto had signed checks of payment to a dozen companies that had not delivered any grain to the ministry. Later in the same year, citing shortage of maize stores, Mr. Ruto was involved in importing maize to Kenya, the first time this had happened since independence. Investigators revealed that the shortage had been artificially created by the ministry, which had refused to buy maize from farmers. More so, the imported maize was not coming from Brazil, as Mr. Ruto had claimed, but was surplus stock from South Africa, which had been sold to Kenya as a third the quoted price. To escape the investigation storm, Mr. Ruto resigned, but the effects of this corrupt deal still haunt Kenya till this day. Mr. Ruto has been involved in 7 out of the 10 corruption scandals in Kenya, ranging from land theft, murder, bank fraud, and tender tampering. He has been proven to have grabbed land belonging to a local public school where he has built a hotel. He is currently in court for grabbing airport land with the intention of building private residences. He is proven to have grabbed land intended for water treatment projects for the capital city, Nairobi, and selling in to a private developer. He has been found guilty of grabbing sections of Ngong forest land for private development, and through various proxy companies and aides, has been revealed to be in the process of grabbing land in the Masai Mara National Park. Mr. Ruto has been caught on record on numerous occasions making statements that have been characterized as hate speech, and a number of his political allies and peers have shared incidents where they have seen Mr. Ruto engage in acts that can easily be described as criminal. The latest corruption scandal involves using his office as Kenya's deputy president to defraud a Polish weapons manufacturer of $11 million and the subsequent murder of witnesses to the crime. Yet the people described as hustlers in his mantra live far below his means. They are mostly unemployed youth or low-income earners who subsist as day laborers or motorbike taxi operators. Groups of these youth are regularly outfitted with farm implements and motorbikes, but always in the absence of policy for sustained self-growth or economic stimuli. It is this oddity of the hustler nation that has worried GSF, because a similar case occurred in Rwanda with Felicien Kabuga, and in Taramwe, Mr. Kabuga used his money and influence to build a network of hustlers, militia, and indoctrinate violence through words. While Mr. Kabuga used the code word cockroaches, GSF says Mr. Ruto's use of Madua Doa and hustlers follows an eerily similar pattern. Mr. Ruto is also known to give handouts to the so-called army of hustlers, including money, motorbikes, and farm implements such as machetes, hoes, and slashers. In comparison, Mr. Kabuga would frequently supply unemployed youth with machetes and slashers. It was these farm implements that became the weapons for genocide that washed Rwanda's streets with blood. GSF has also noted increased cases of hate speech and incitement to violence by Mr. Ruto and his political associated. 2 of his close associates, Oscar Sudi and Joanna Negeno, have been charged with inciting violence. GSF warns that given the similarities in paths taken, we are likely to see an uprising of violence in Mr. Ruto's native Rift Valley, with retaliatory attacks escalating the spiral into lawless violence. If Mr. Ruto is not checked soon, it is feared that the violence of 2007 will become a brief preamble to collapse in East Africa.